What's up, everybody? So we're back out in the shop with another daily vlog, and guys, it's time to go ahead and put some work in on this knife. So what I'm going to show you in today's video is me cutting it out, smoothing it out, going ahead and getting it annealed, and then getting the holes drilled through the handle tang. So that's the goal for today. We'll go ahead, we'll talk about why I'm doing things as we're doing it just like normal. And guys, pretty simple, straightforward. Let's jump into it. Let's get this thing knocked out. As y'all can see here, I actually have a guard on my angle grinder. Now, enough of y'all have commented on here to make me decide to go ahead and do this. I figured it was about time. Might as well put the guard on there. Maybe save myself an eyeball or two. But hopefully that makes a lot of y'all, guard warriors happy. All jokes aside, it is a good thing to have on your grinder. It will save you a lot of, injuries. And what we're doing here, we're just getting it cut to rough shape. And of course, whenever I say cut to rough shape, I mean I spent the time to make it almost exactly to shape. That's just me being picky and kind of ridiculous. I'm sure a lot of y'all do the same thing. And at this point, I have not annealed the blade. This is still fully hardened, everything just like normal, because I don't like annealing it until I get it cut to shape. Now, we're going to go ahead and get on the 2x72 and get that shape really finalized and refined. Now, with this, I originally was going to make it a little bit shorter, but then when I started looking at the dimensions, I thought that the blade was too short for how long the handle was, and I really wanted to balance it out. A lot of knife making is all about getting those balances between the way the blade is, the way the handle is, the ergonomics, and how the knife feels whenever you're actually going to chop with it or cut with it or slice with it. And you really want to get a good balance on your knife, both length and weight. And I am just using a 40 grit belt to do all of this shaping. It really takes off material really fast. A lot of the times whenever I'm doing the finger choils, you don't really see it much, but I am overlapping the belt off of the platen in order to be able to kind of work off of the edge of the platen and let it round over into it. Because whenever you have that belt off the edge, it does let the belt shift over to the side of the platen a little bit, and it doesn't bite into the steel as much and put sharp edges where you're grinding. Now that we got the forge lit up, we're going to go ahead and let it go ahead and heat up. It doesn't take long for this forge to heat up to where it's full temperature in there. Now, this was time-lapsed a little bit, just so you're not sitting there watching basically paint dry or a hot thing get hotter. I've got two knives that I'm annealing in this process. I'll typically anneal 2 to 3 knives at one time. That's why I like the bigger forge. You can see right there, we got them to where they were nice, glowing. And the temperature that I got those up to was right at about 1650 degrees, so 1650 degrees. And then I let them cool down in there as slow as possible, so that when we got to drill through the tang, it makes it a lot easier. And right now we are punching the markings for where the holes are going to be drilled. And I'm using a 3/16 bit. Now, even though I had annealed this, it was still a little hard. And sometimes that is the way it works. You got to kind of, work with what you got. I did end up being able to drill all the holes through, but we did have a few parts where the drill bit did stop. And then sometimes you have to back it out by hand. Sometimes it just frees itself. And on the lanyard hole, I'm just doing a 3/16 hole because we're not going to be doing a lanyard pin on this. It's just going to be purely the metal back there and then some of the wood. Y'all will see what I'm talking about when we get to that point. And now we're just taking all the forged scale off of the knife so that when we're doing the rest of the processes, we have a nice clean bit of steel to work with. This is not exactly a necessary step, it's just something that I like to do personally. And we're using a medium Scotch-Brite belt to do this. Okay guys, let's go ahead and wrap up today's daily vlog, and there it is so far. Turning out absolutely awesome. We do have the edge ready to get marked for the center line on the cutting edge. And we got our holes drilled in to the tang there. And then our lanyard hole back here. Now, I'm not going to be doing a lanyard tube, but I'm also not going to be going to where it is fully exposed like this right here, where I just have the handle completely cut off. I'm going to do a mixture of how I taper the handle and leave some exposed. So I'm just going to get a little bit more aggressive when it comes to the taper here, but I am going to end up leaving some steel exposed here, maybe just this edge here. So I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to do it. I figured whenever I get the handles on there, I'll go ahead and go from that point and start messing with it and everything. But I am absolutely excited with how this is turning out. It's very comfortable in the hand. Hopefully y'all like it as much as I do. Guys, if you would, give this video a thumbs up. Share this video or a video I've done in the past that might be your favorite. And if you haven't yet, guys, come on now. Bottom corner, hit that subscribe button so you get notified from when we actually do the next step in this, which is going to be bevels, heat treat. I don't know, maybe we're going to acid etch it. Don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. Guys, thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for spending your time with me. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.